very difficult final game of the regular season. You know, certainly there were some explosive plays on both sides and opportunities to pull ahead at times. They said credit to them. They had a great game plan offensively. They kept coming points on the board. It doesn't matter who could get one more stop. So. Anyways, questions, please.
Mario, what did Syracuse do that made it so difficult for you guys to get stops on defense?
Well, I thought we lined up well. They made the contested catch just about 80-90% of the time. We had a difficult time covering them. The ball was out quick. We affected the quarterback early, and we were up by a good chunk. And then didn't affect it as much as it went on. And then we had some, I've yet to see the Jalen Rivers, he got called for a hold, and that was a really big run. So a couple penalties really hurt us. And I don't know, it's, can't tell what they called a personal foul there at the end. That pushed us back. We were down in there tight, but I guess it relates back to them. They were executing a little bit better than we were. We were trying to play some man. We played some zone. You name it, we mixed it up as much as we could, and we did not have much success. We blew a couple of assignments backward too. We did, and then they ran the ball more effectively than we should allow them to.
Or that final drive, you go for the kick field goal instead of going for it on 4th and goal, what went into the decision?
We use analytics. We if it was outside the 10-yard line with 4 minutes to go, it was get the points and get a stop. Because you're going to have to get a stop anyways with 4 minutes. If it was the clock was wound down more, it was a heavy go.
And you mentioned it with some blown signs out late, but when the defense started the way it did, you guys were able to build that lead. Just to see how the game moved from up 21-0 to ending the way it did.
It's really disappointing. And like we always tell the team, we take it, we eat it all together. We eat the loss as a staff, as a program, coaches, players, everybody. Accountability, there's no hiding from accountability. It's really disappointing. We did a lot, accomplished a lot this season. There's a lot of stuff to be proud of, but we wanted this one. We wanted this opportunity that this one could lead to, and we came up short, and that's on all of us, starting with myself. We don't shy away from it. We're not in any way, shape, or form anything but hard workers and accountable people, and it's really difficult. It's really difficult to take.
On the staff side of things, how do you basically 24-hour rule this and then work on recruiting for the early signing day coming up on Wednesday?
Well, I don't think that ever stops. You just never let it interfere with game planning and preparing everything else. We felt really prepared coming into the game, and I think it showed early. And then we just, some chinks started showing up that, but it doesn't affect recruiting. It doesn't affect, everything else that you're doing to run the program. It's just at this moment right now. Again, you can imagine what that locker room, how difficult, how hard that is to take. We put ourselves in a position to play in a good postseason game. A lot of stuff going on in terms of the CFP and how they're going to figure things out as well. There's a lot of good football teams out there, and we're one of them. So we certainly, again, credit to Syracuse for putting together.
With the CFP, like you said, it's kind of been up in the air now. How do you keep the team focused? Because the chance for a playoff berth is still out there, but you obviously aren't going to know that until about a little more than a week from now.
Well, you reemphasize reality. This team won 10 football games. Against some really good opponents, and this last game came all the way down to the wire. Our 2 losses are 1 possession left and a touchdown. That makes us one of the better teams in the country. We can control. So we have to wait and see. But certainly this team has really worked hard and busted its butt to put its best foot forward.
Cristobal has been so reliable for you guys this season. What was your message on after that fumble that return?
Keep playing. The game was going to keep going on. This thing was going to come down to the last possession, and it did. It was a matter of who could get that stop, right? We forced a turnover. They forced a turnover. There's going to be a stop in there somewhere, and you want to make sure that you found a way to get a stop and hopefully get the ball last, right? But again, we had several opportunities, guys. We had several opportunities. You know, at the end of the day, when you lose, you didn't coach well enough, you didn't play well enough. There's not much else to it. You saw the plays that turned the game one way or the other, and penalties and turnovers played a monstrous role. And you know, hopefully, I'll get some clarity on the personal foul, which maybe you guys saw it, and we don't have a chance out there without having that video available. And then the big run by Damian Martinez, that got called back. We got the ball inside the 10-yard line, and I'm not sure exactly what that was, but
Coach, Stu Koenig with the Associated Press. Were there any surprises as far as the strengths of Syracuse, either offense or defense?
no surprises. No surprises. I felt they were a quality football team, good football team. Credit to their staff and their coaches. They've won a lot of games this year as well, you know, in a tough conference. So, good football team.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.